on behalf of the Governor of Kaduna State, distinguished Senator Malam Obasani, we are pleading to the entire citizens of Kaduna State, particularly people living within the front areas, to please evacuate. I am Dr. Usman Yahatu Mazadu by name, the Executive Secretary, State Emergency Management Agency, KADSEMA Kaduna. I am here before you this afternoon for a very short but important message to the entire citizens of Kaduna State. We, like 3 months back, we have received notification from NIMET and NASA with regard to the prediction of 2024 flood. And it is very sad, and it is equally, we are so fortunate that after we received the notification of the prediction, His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, distinguished Senator Malam Obasani, assembled all the stakeholders as far as disaster is concerned in the state, which include the Ministry of Environment, KEPA, KADSEMA, KASUGDA, and the 3 metropolitan authorities. We briefed His Excellency on what has happened in 2023, and His Excellency tasked the agencies or the stakeholders in the state to provide a tangible report with full assessment on how to completely, because we cannot avoid natural disasters, but he tasked all stakeholders to make sure within 2 weeks of time we provide an easy way for the state government to mitigate the pressure of the 2024 predicted flood. We are yet to understand the essence and focus of our lives. I keep saying it, and I told the stakeholders, I equally told the people within these front areas that the issue of security and safety is not just about the governor. It's not just because we have the governor that is hearing, because we have the governor that is always listening. We equally need to understand the fact that we need to safeguard our lives and properties. Because if you are told that there is a prediction, and this prediction will definitely affect where you are living, directly or indirectly, and a provision is made by the government for safe haven centers, I don't think there is any reason whatsoever for any individual, irrespective of tradition, ethnic differences or religion, to insist or persist that you must live where you are living. Now, this is where we are, and by this prediction, the rainy season will be longer than it used to be. That is to say, we will have more number of days, more number of occurrences within the state as far as rain is concerned. Not to mention the issue of flood. Yes, the government will not relent. We will keep agitating. We will keep providing necessary awareness and sensitization to the people, because His Excellency was so annoyed, too angry this morning, that despite his commitment in making sure that a proper publicity is made to the entire people, that proper procurement is made in order to cater for all form of mitigation and response, why should our people still remain within front areas? Why should our farmers should be insisting that they must farm rice or whatever within where front areas, that their lives will be in danger? So we are here today to call the attention of the citizens to know and to understand the value and importance of their lives, to understand that despite the commitment of the government, we need their cooperation. We need them to join hands with the government. Our staffs have been up and down for 6 weeks trying to sensitize, trying to provide alternative, trying to make sure that no property is being destroyed. But now we have over 200 houses being destroyed yesterday for no reason. For no reason. After all the sensitization, after all the government commitment, after all the investment directly and indirectly. So we believe we should show a kind of remorse that it is not all about me. It's about the lesser people that don't know where to go. It is about the young children, small children within our communities that have no knowledge of what flood is all about, that have no understanding of the implication that if it happened, it might end up causing lives of other people. So please and please, on behalf of the government of Kaduna State, on behalf of the governor of Kaduna State, distinguished Senator Malam Obasani, we are pleading to the entire citizens of Kaduna State, particularly people living within the prone areas, to please evacuate, to please move to the self-help centers, to please, if you are a farmer, we are not asking you to completely stop what you are doing, but there are other means. This government has provided a platform where you can apply for a land, and land will be leased out for you to farm. Each and every year there are small tokens that you will be paying in order for you to have a peaceful farming cycle. Why must we risk our lives in detriment of just going to farm or just living where you think it is your right or something that you must do? I think this is why we are here, and I urge the pressmen and the entire people, whoever have access, whoever is opportune to listening to us at this moment, please, let's communicate to our brothers, to our sisters, let's communicate to our traditional rulers and equal religious leaders. Let's advocate, let's sensitize our people on the effect, negative effect and dangers of living in flood-prone areas. Thank you very much. And swift action in whatever disaster, which include the flood, might happen before reaching to the state level. At the same time, the governor, through the agency, engage 369 community information officers with a little incentive every month, and their key responsibility or task is to be moving around all these front areas, identifying and communicating back to the center the situation on ground, so as the government can arrest any occurrence before it affect any of the properties, not to mention losing any life. So this is how what we have done, and this is what we think will lead to the two location incident. The governor is the governor of the people, but you could recall on the 23rd of August 2023 we had this similar press conference with you here, and first thing I have mentioned is we will not just be a government of relief materials, the government that will wait for disaster to happen just to procure relief materials for people that are affected by the current disaster, because we cannot give the people one thought of what they lost. But His Excellency Malam Obasani has made it to himself that his government will be the government that will put all preparedness method in order to mitigate the happening of all kind of hazard. That is to say, if eventually anything happens, it will be something that is beyond the reach of the government. And now, part of our stage, as I mentioned earlier, is to sensitize the people and let them understand the dangers coming. Is to make sure that no harm comes to anybody. It has happened. If we continue with the attitude of waiting for disaster to happen, just to procure maize, mattress, and rice that cannot even sustain people for 7 days, which means there is no government. It has happened, it has happened. What we have done now is, we have identified all the affected houses, we have identified all the people that are injured, we have been taking care of them. We have now set a camp inside Sabanga Local Government Secretariat as Safe Haven Center. We have provided food items which they will be taking in that camp for the period of their stay before the water flow leave where they used to reside before. And the government, after the rainy season, we are going to recapture that place and make sure we reorganize another stakeholder engagement so as to provide another place for those people to resettle. Because even if the governor can give them all that they have lost, this same thing is going to happen next year and a year after that year. So as a government, we must provide an alternative and to our suggestion to His Excellency, which he has directed KADSEMA to make available land for people that might be relocated. So part of what we are going to do, we are going to make sure that those houses will not exist there next year. It should remain green area so as to have a very good water flow and to avoid this kind of destruction and destroying our properties. And always we must sit with all the partners and stakeholders, which include water resources, Ministry of Environment, and other stakeholders. Whenever the dam is about to open its water, there are signals that must be broadcasted everywhere for everyone living within that front area to be aware and to get ready of what is going to happen. And as I mentioned earlier, it is something that took place within the state, because even ACRESA, jointly with the Ministry of Environment, have done the second phase, trying to make sure that no harm come to any citizen as far as flood is concerned. So whatever is going to happen, or whatever step the government is going to make, it is something that we will always deal with the stakeholders, with the partners, in order to make sure it's a joint project for moving Kaduna forward.